Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, this has been a highly requested video for me to do, and it's a get ready with me. And so today we're gonna be getting ready. I am gonna have a date night with Babe tonight, so I thought maybe this would be a good time to do it. And we're gonna try out products that I haven't tried out before. So this is kind of newish products. You guys might have seen it before, but I haven't tested them out before. So let's go ahead and get started. Don't forget, if you're new here, please subscribe to my channel. Hit that bell so that way every time I upload, you guys will get notified. I almost got lost for a second, sorry. And yeah, and I know I do have some new subscribers. Hello to you guys. Thank you guys for subscribing, and let's get started. So I'm gonna put my hair back first. I put a piece of toilet paper on these little clips. They're the Kala clips, I think that's how you say it. Just because when I put these on, it still like leaves like a crinkle in my hair. So let me see if I could do this without messing up. Okay, hopefully that doesn't crinkle on my hair. And the crinkle part is on the top of it, so I'm gonna put the toilet paper. I just put toilet paper around it. I'm gonna put it on top, so maybe that will prevent it from not crinkling my hair. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is we are gonna test out a new foundation. I have tried this out once before. It is the Nars Soft Matte Complete Foundation, and I have it in the shade Medium 1 Punjab. And it just looks like that. And like I said, I have used it once, and we're gonna try a technique, kind of, not fully, the technique that Manny MUA tried in one of his videos, where it's a mask proof, like heat proof, I guess, whatever you want to call it, makeup. So I'm gonna kind of do what he did. I'm gonna take some of the steps out though, because we don't have that much time. So the first thing I'm gonna do is we're gonna try out this e.l.f. Ride or Die lip balm in Just Peachy. I figured I'll use this instead of using my Laneige sleeping mask. And if you could hear the TV in the background, my boyfriend is watching TV in the other room, so just in case. But I'm gonna hurry up and take this out. And if I'm going a little bit fast or talking fast, it's because I'm trying to hurry up and get ready, so that way we can go in a little bit. I'm very limited on time right now. So it is sealed. I do have these long nails, so I have to use tweezers to take it off. I wish we could listen to music while we're getting ready, but I don't want to get a, what is it called? I don't want to, I forgot the word, but you know what I mean. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take some of my finger. Ooh, it has a color to it, so it is pretty dark. It smells like peaches too. So it kind of does feel like the Laneige sleeping mask. I think that's what it's called. But this formula is a little bit more thicker in consistency, but it does feel really good so far. I'm just gonna clean my finger a little bit. Then the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some of this Clinique Moisture Surge moisturizer. It is 72 hours, I believe. Yes, 72 hours. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some of this on. I am gonna put quite a bit on my forehead just because I have been so dry on my forehead lately. When I put this foundation on the first time I used it, my forehead was really dry and it clinged to that patch of dryness on my forehead. So if you're a dry person, I would probably stay away from this foundation because it is very matte. And when I did use it the first time and use Manny MUA's technique, it did not transfer on my mask or anything. So but I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna kind of try to use the same routine that he did, but just with my products that I want to use instead. So he did put on a moisturizer first, like I said, and then after he put on the moisturizer, he put on loose setting powder on top of it. I'm gonna skip that step today just because I feel like we don't really need it, especially on top of the moisturizer. I'll let you guys know in the description box how it works and if this technique is okay, like cutting out some of the steps that he used in his tutorial. So we're gonna go ahead and just, I dropped the lid. I hope I'm not moving you guys. We're gonna go ahead and just let that soak into my skin for a second. And while that is sitting and soaking in, we're gonna go ahead and move on to eyes. So some of the palettes that I found newer, well, there's a brand that I was looking for actually at Target, and it is the Alamar Cosmetics. And I did find two of her palettes, her eyeshadow palettes. I did find two eyeshadow palettes, two lip glosses, and the bronzer palettes. I'm still looking for her blush palette and her brushes and her lip liner. So hopefully I'll be able to find that. But we're gonna go ahead and use one of these. I'm not sure which one I wanna use. I also have these Makeup Geek quads. I also did get them from Target. I got them off of a recommendation from Britt Clark, so I'm trying to find more, but these were the only two that I could find. I think I'm gonna do a purple look, so I'll probably tap into that and use the, yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll use the Spanglish from Alamar Cosmetics. It looks like that. So I'll use those two. And then to prime my eyelids, I'm just gonna go ahead and use the concealer that I'm gonna use today. It is the Pat McGrath concealer, and I have it in the shade L5. It's the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Concealer. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put a little bit of that on my eyeballs. You don't need that much. This is very thick. A lot of my eye brushes are dirty. I'm gonna have to clean them as we go, but I'll just go ahead and use this brush for now. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. Now, I want you guys to let me know in the comments down below. I do have a different setup right now, and I want to know if you guys like this setup better, or do you like my older videos, my previous videos before this one. Which one do you guys like better? I know you guys could probably see what I'm doing better the way I have it now, so I think I like this one better, but just let me know in the comments down below. Hopefully next year in 2021, I'm gonna upgrade like to a camera. I'm actually recording on my phone, an older phone that I have, and I kind of want to upgrade, so hopefully sometime next year I'll be able to do that. But okay, so we are set with our eyes. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna put some powder. I'm just gonna go ahead and use this KKW brightening powder in the shade number 3. If I could open it. It's kind of hard to open. That's what that looks like. It looks more darker in the camera, but in person it's not that dark. It is a little bit lighter. So I'm just gonna go ahead, and I've been using this Profusion brush. I'm gonna use the other side of the brush that I didn't use and just go ahead and set my eyelids so that way nothing is splotchy. So like I said, it is date night. We're just gonna go out to dinner and have some drinks. We haven't really been going out just because where I live, I'm like next to the California fires, so it's been ugly outside and we can only eat outside. So since the quality of air has been bad and it's been really hot over here, we've just been staying at home. But it's been getting a little bit better, so that's why we decided just to go out and have a couple drinks and have some dinner. Nothing crazy. Okay, so that is set. So now what I want to do is, let me see, I should have took out the brushes that I wanted to use to make it a little bit faster. We'll go ahead and go into the Spanglish one first. Oh my gosh, I didn't even open this. Let me open it real quick. So I like how you could put the opener back all the way, so I like that. Let me see, what color are we gonna go on with first? We'll go ahead and go with I Get Cute, which is this color right here, and just fluff that all over the lid. Let me see, what brush do I want to use? I'll use this one. This is the Sigma Tapered Blending E40. So we're gonna go into I Get Cute. There is a little bit of fallout, but not a lot of fallout. And I'm not gonna go all the way down here. I'm gonna start like kind of in the middle and just do windshield wiper motions and get most of that product in the middle, and then I'll go ahead and fluff the rest, whatever I have left on my brush, on the outside. I really hope you cannot hear the TV. My boyfriend has the TV on really loud. Okay, so it is blending out really nicely. I do like this color actually a lot. So that is pretty. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye. You're not getting to the reason why. There is no such thing as a chemical imbalance. So part of the question to you is that psychological group, godly group? No. Now most people, when they're doing their eyeshadow or anything really, like if you're a right-hander, usually people will do everything with the right hand, but me, I can do pretty much anything with both of my hands, right or left, except for right. That's the only thing I can't do with my left hand. Drugs aren't the answer. These drugs are very dangerous. They're mind-altering, antipsychotic drugs. And there are ways of doing it without that, so that we don't end up in a brave new world. The thing that I'm saying about Brooke is that there's misinformation, okay? And she doesn't understand the history. Okay, that looks good to me. She doesn't understand. My nose is itching. Then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take, what do I want to take? I'm gonna go ahead and take Ponte Hyper. I don't really know how to say that word right there, but it's this color right here. And I'm gonna use more of a smaller brush. Let me see, what brush do I want to use? Do I want to use this brush? I don't want to use this brush. I'll go ahead and use... I'll use this brush instead. I'm going to go ahead and use the Profusion Firm Blending Eyeshadow Brush ES2, I believe it's called. Just a brush like that. It's like a tapered brush. And I'm gonna just, oh, it's very, very pigmented. Make sure you tap it off. And I'm just gonna go ahead and go right below that eyeshadow, that first eyeshadow that we used. Kind of just put it in the socket of the eyes. And again, just going back and forth with that color. If we lose the first shade, it's okay. We'll just go ahead and go back in with that first brush we used and put some on the top. If I keep on looking up, it's because I want to make sure that I'm still filming. Last time I tried to do a get ready with you and my camera kept on turning off. You're telling me what's worked for people I know or hasn't worked for people I know, and I'm telling you I live with these people and they're better. So I thought this color was going to be a little bit more purple, but it's more coming off more pink than purple. I kind of have to squint my eyes a little bit so that way it doesn't get patchy in the inner corners of my eyes. So if you see me squinting, that's why. I'm just slightly doing that.
And I respect your opinion. Do you want more people to understand Scientology? Would that be a goal of yours? You know what? Absolutely, of course. You know, how do you go about that? You just communicate about it. And the important thing is, like, you and I talk about it.
I think that's okay for now. Then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take, what do I want to take?
I'll say, you know what? I'm not so sure about that. I'll go find more information about it. I can come to an opinion based on the information.
I'm gonna go ahead and take Ha Ha Ha, I think it is called. It's just this brown color right here. And I'm gonna go ahead and just fluff it on the top. Just because I don't want it, it's a little bit too pink for me on the top, so.
There's no doubt the movie will be a success, with Cruise as the leading man and Steven Spielberg in the director's chair.
And I'm just gonna lightly dust on the top.
An invitation to a session on Scientology, a controversial religion Tom's been following for the past 20 years. So I went, and then I met him, and that's when I discovered there's another side, Tom Cruise. When he's angry,
and just fluff it up here. It is so hot in my room with these lights, and I have my door closed. Okay, let me see. I'm just gonna get this Morphe E27 brush and just kind of swoop it on the top. Make sure there's no harsh lines and that the top color, oops, sorry if I moved you guys, is not too harsh. One thing I hate about my, I don't want to say my face, but one thing that I dislike about putting on makeup is my eyes, just because I have weird eye shape. So the way the eyeshadow goes on, I don't really like sometimes, but that's the eyeballs that God gave me. So then I think I'm gonna go ahead and go into this Makeup Geek quad. It is the Tickled Pink. And I'm gonna go ahead and take, what shade am I gonna take? I'm gonna take a smaller brush, and I'm gonna take this Morphe M514 brush. Let me see. It is more pinker than I wanted it to be. I'm just gonna go ahead and take this darker color right here in the quad. It is called, bottom right, Give Me the Dirt. I'm just gonna go ahead and take that on the little brush right here. And just kind of, I'm gonna pack it on first. It's okay if it gets a little splotchy, like when you're going towards the center of the eyelid, because we are going to cover it up with the shimmer color. I'm just doing packing motions. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of throw that in the whatever's left on the brush. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it on the eyelid. And like I said, if it does get a little bit splotchy, that's okay, because we're gonna cover some of it up with the shimmer shade. Yeah, I think that's better. Actually, I'm gonna switch over to another brush. I am gonna use, what brush am I gonna use? I'm gonna use this Luxie 209 large shader brush, and I'm just gonna go ahead and use the dark color and just right in the sockets of my eyes put this color. You could still see the pink peeking through, so okay. And then I'm gonna go ahead and go back with the brush that we had, that pink, with no additional product, and just go a little bit on the top. So this went from a soft makeup look to a smoky eye look. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, and don't worry about how it looks right now, we're gonna fix it up. I'm just gonna go ahead and stick with this Luxie brush and do it on the other side. We're already 22 minutes in, and I'm just doing my eyeshadow barely. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just leave it like that, because like I said, when we put the shimmer shade on, it'll look better. So, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and once again go over the top. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add a shimmer shade. I'm gonna try one of Alamar's first, and then if I don't like it, I'll go ahead and go use that lighter shade in Makeup Geek. I'm gonna use Eres Un Show, which is this lighter one on the top. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use my fingers for this. And then if I need to, I'll use a brush to get whatever I can't get with my finger. So it is a little bit chunky, but it's nothing too bad. I think what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna put this all over the lid, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use the Makeup Geek one and put it in the inner corner with like a smaller brush. So that way, oh yeah, that looks nice. Like that, and then my nails are like super long, so I'm trying not to dig in, but that's what it, I'm trying not to flip you guys off, sorry. That's what it looks like. You can't really tell it's chunky, but kind of is. But it's nothing that I like hate. I like the way this eyeshadow came out. For once in my life, doesn't look too bad. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and get, oh my god, I've been filming this whole time without my mic on. Shoot. Okay, hopefully it doesn't sound too bad. I'm just gonna go ahead and not put my mic on, but I can't believe I forgot. So now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get another brush. I'm gonna go ahead and use this Morphe brush. It doesn't say the name. I'm just gonna go ahead and use this one. I'm gonna go ahead and spray it with just some setting spray, and then I'll go ahead and go into the top Whimsical, it's called, the shade right here, and I'm just gonna put it in the inner corner of my eyelids. Ooh, this one's a little chunky. Oh man. You know, I'm gonna put it in more than I was going to, just because I shouldn't have sprayed it. I should have just did it without spraying my brush. So it looks like that. Not too bad. Okay, so I'm not gonna spray the brush again. I'm just gonna use whatever I have left in the brush. And do the same thing on this side. I feel like this side is more brighter than the other, so I'm gonna spray my brush just to make it even. Oh yeah, I guess it is. I changed my mind. It is better when you spray it, because if you don't spray it, you won't see it. This one's looking a little funky. I'm just gonna fix it as best as I can. Okay, that's good for now. Then what I'm gonna do is, which brush should I use for the purple? I'm just gonna use the brush that I use for that darker color with no additional product, and just go right in the middle to make it look seamless. Just do that, and I think I like the way this looks. I think I'm gonna just keep it like this. So that's what, oh my god, I got it all over myself. But that's what the eye is looking like right now, the eyes. What I'm going to do is, I'm gonna take a break from the eyes for a second and move on to face. But before I do, I'm gonna go ahead and just clean up my eyeshadow on the sides and whatever fallout I have. There wasn't a lot of fallout, but some did fall out, but not quite a lot. Actually, no. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to finish the eyes, at least on the top. I'm gonna so that's what the eyes look like. I feel like this side looks a little bit darker than the other side. Let me fix that a little bit. I don't know why on the camera it looks like this side looks darker, but I promise you it looks even in person. That is so weird. Yeah, I don't want to mess it up, so I'm just gonna leave it like that. I promise you when we have everything on, it'll look 10 times better. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to take this Lottie London Wing Woman felt tip eyeliner. It's just a black felt tip liner. Oh my god, why is this so hard to open? Okay, it just looks like that, and I'm just gonna go ahead, I'm not gonna do a wing, I'm just gonna outline my eyelids because I am gonna put on falsies. I'm not gonna do it on camera, but I will put them on after. And I will take a picture of what my complete look looks like on my Instagram, which is aprilmoniquebeauty. So if you're not following me there, go ahead and check it out. Okay, I'm gonna do the other side. I like it because it's easy to use. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it like that. And let's go ahead and move on to the face. So I did put my moisturizer on, and when Manny did this look, he put his moisturizer on and then he put some loose powder on top of it. I'm gonna go ahead and skip that step today, but I am gonna prime my face. I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Rose Priming Water first. And then he did use in that video the Milk Hydro Makeup Grip, I think it's called, something like that. I did use it when I first did this look, but I want to see if this is a dupe for that. It is the Hard Candy Hydrating Primer. People say it is the dupe for that one, and it is newer. So let's go ahead and just spray this first. I just want some more hydration on my face just because, like I said, my forehead is dry. So then I'm gonna open this. And it does look like the Hydro Grip. It is green. I think that one is green too, right? If I can remember correctly. Just looks like this. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put it all over my face. It does feel like the Hydro Grip a little bit. It is tacky. It's starting to get tacky. Just really mainly focus it right here in my T-zone because I am gonna have a mask on for a little bit. So I just don't want my makeup to move. It's not as sticky as the Milk one, but we'll just have to see. Then I can't exactly remember like each step he did, but go ahead and check out his video. It's like from 5 months ago, and it's just type in Manny MUA face mask and I'm sure it'll pop up, because I think after he put on the moisturizer, he put on loose face powder, and then he put on a setting spray, and then he put on his primer, and then he put on another layer of powder. It was just a lot. So but this is just what I remember and what I want to do. Then the next thing I'm gonna do is, so we'll talk about the foundation. Like I said, I am gonna be trying out the Nars Soft Matte Complete Foundation. This says, what are the claims? The new take on matte, comfortable 16-hour wear, full natural looking coverage, true color, oxidation resistant, transfer proof, shine proof for normal, combination, and oily skin types. Non I don't know that word, dermatologist tested. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use the same brush that I used the first time I used this. Right off the bat, I do like it. It is not, I mean, it doesn't transfer. When I had my mask on, when I wore it the first time, I didn't have no foundation on my mask. So that was the good thing. I don't like the packaging. I just wish it was a pump, but it is like a squeezy tube. And I just feel like this is more messier this way. You can't even see, but I prefer, like, see, it's already coming out. I just prefer a pump instead, but that's just personal preference. So like I said, I have the shade medium 1 Punjab, and I'm going to use the Heavenly Luxe flat top buffing foundation brush. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, how am I going to do this? Let's see. I'll go ahead and I'll put a little bit on my brush. And I'm going to close it because I don't want it to leak. And I'm just going to buff it in. Oh, you know, one thing I did forget is to get a sponge. I can do my concealer. I am just all over the place today. I wanted to get this video up first because I do have another haul from Sephora and Ulta. Sorry, you guys must be sick of seeing hauls already with me, but it is from Sephora, is from when it was the welcome back sale, I believe, and then Ulta, I was only supposed to go in for one thing during the 21 days of beauty sale, and I ended up coming out with a bag full. So that's what happened with that. So as you can tell, this is what it looks like. It is very matte, but it just went on really effortlessly. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get some more. Ooh, trying to do this without spilling it. So I do have a little bit of redness in the center of my face, and it does cover it up pretty nicely. So I just hope my skin is not so dry compared to the last time I used this foundation. We're gonna find out right now. I wonder what time it is. Oops, sorry. I wonder what time it is. My phone is kind of far away from me, so that's why I can't like grab it to see. Okay, this looks much better compared to what it looked like the first time I used it. I guess maybe because I don't have a lot of dry patches this time around, but it does look better. Just kind of So that's what it looks like. Now for concealer, I'm gonna go ahead and just use a little bit of the Pat McGrath concealer, because you do need just a little bit. A little bit does go a long way. And you don't need to dig, like, put it back in the tube to get more, because a lot does come out from the applicator. Then for this one's a little bit too big to blend it out, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use, oh, is this my concealer brush? Darn it, one of my brushes, like, the thing came off of it. Let's see. I'm just gonna, this one's dirty, but I'm just gonna go ahead and use this one. It is the Sigma Precision Round P82 brush. I'm just gonna go ahead and blend it out. I would normally use a sponge for this, but I forgot to clean one off, or wet it, I mean, and I don't feel like going and doing that. Actually, for this one, I'm gonna go ahead and use my foundation brush. Oops, sorry guys. Oh my god, it is so hot in this room with all these lights on, no air. I really wish we had AC inside the room. We only have it in the living room, which is dumb, because I like to be in the room the most of the time, but it is what it is. I'm just gonna go ahead and tap over with my foundation brush, just because it is a little bit bigger. And just go over it a little bit. Now what I'm gonna do is, oh, and I forgot to mention, I know the Pat McGrath concealer is not that new, but this is newer in my collection, so that's why I decided to use that concealer, and then the foundation is semi-new. So then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna use this KKW brightening powder that I use to set my eyelids. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it underneath my eyes. If I could open it. Jesus, this thing is so hard to open. What did I use to put it underneath my eyes? What am I gonna use? What am I gonna use? Oh, I'll use this Mr. Right. It's really big for this. Oh, forget it. I'll just use it. I'm gonna go ahead and just put it underneath my eyes, just to set it. I really wish I had a smaller brush for this, but I don't see one anywhere. That's okay. I'm just gonna set. I'm gonna go ahead and just put whatever's left on the brush on my T-zone. And then what I'm gonna do is, oh, I should have used that brush. It's right in front of my face. I should have used my BK Beauty brush that I got in a bundle. If you haven't, these brushes are so freaking good. I love this one especially. It's the 101 BK Beauty foundation brush. I use this for foundation, concealer, bronzer, cream blush. This is a collaboration with the YouTuber Britt Clark here on YouTube. You only have a couple more weeks to get this. So go ahead, and I highly recommend these brushes. You do get a discount if you use the discount code Britches10 for some money off. And yeah, I think it's a really good deal for 5 brushes. It's like $80 some, I believe. Don't quote me, but just check it out. I highly recommend them, and it's these brushes. I would have used this one for my foundation, but I had already used that brush previously with the foundation, and I forgot to use this one. So I'll go ahead and use this one. What I'm gonna do is, I wanted to use this Velvetizer Translucent Mix in Medium to bake, but I'm gonna skip it because it is small and I'm kind of in a rush now. So I'm just gonna use my Too Faced Peach Perfect. This is my favorite loose setting powder. I don't know if they're gonna discontinue it. I hope they don't, but if I could only have one powder in my collection, it would be this. So I highly recommend it. I'm just gonna go ahead and tap some on here. And then what I'm gonna do is, since I am going to wear a mask for a little bit, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bake my nose, because that's where the mask usually hits. So I'm just gonna tap my brush in, take out the loose, whatever's excess, lightly, and just like that. Boom, boom. I would normally use a sponge for this, but like I said, I didn't have a sponge on hand to do this, so I'm just gonna go ahead and leave that on for a little bit, and then we'll dust it away. We'll use the same brush, but I'm making a mess. And if I keep on looking up to see, it's because I'm making sure that my camera is not dying, or didn't stop recording actually. I think I mentioned that earlier, but just in case, I'm gonna close that before I drop it. So while we're waiting for that to bake, I'll go ahead and do bronzer. So like I said earlier, I did find the Alamar Cosmetics bronzers. I have it in the shade medium tan and fair light, just because I don't know which color I want to use. So we'll go ahead and open fair light first. I'm gonna try this Cafe con Leche, which is the deepest one in the trio. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use a Wet n Wild brush. It's just one of those fluffy brushes. I don't normally use this kind of brush, but I haven't found a brush that I like to bronze, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use this. This is very powdery. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see. Yeah, you're not gonna see. It is super powdery. Okay. feel like it's not that dark. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into the medium tan one, and I'll take the middle one, which it is called Solitera, I believe. And I'm just gonna take, yeah, this is probably better for my skin tone. I'm gonna take a little bit. Yeah, this is probably better for my skin tone. If you guys are still here with me, leave me an emoji. Let me see. Last time I said to leave me a pizza emoji. Leave me a, I wonder if there's a mango. I think there's a mango one. Leave me a mango emoji because I love mangoes. Mangoes are my favorite. If there's not a mango, then leave a strawberry because I'm not 100% sure if there's. So I don't really like this brush to bronze, but like I said, I'm in a rush, so this will have to do for now. And it's super hot in here. My boyfriend's probably like, come on lady, get the hell out of here and eat. But we wanted to go late just because it is so hot over here where we live, and since we have to eat outside, why are we gonna rush? You know what I mean? I'm gonna turn down this light a little bit so you can kind of see. Oh yeah, that's better. So I do like this bronzer. It is blending out really nicely. Like I said, I just don't care for the brush that I'm using. I feel like it's taking me longer to do it with this brush than it is like another brush I would have used. If you have any recommendations for a good bronzer brush, let me know in the comments down below. I would greatly appreciate it. I have tried a few, and the ones that I have tried shed way too much, so that's why I wanted to use something different today, just because the ones that I normally use shed. I'm trying to get away from that brand because their face brushes aren't that great. Their eye brushes are really good. Okay, so I think that's enough bronzing. I think you could tell. Can't really tell with these lights. Let me see if I could turn down this light. Yeah. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get another dual fiber brush. What is this one? This is the MUA, and I'm just gonna blend this out. The TV's off, so I think my boyfriend's taking a nap. And then while I'm here with this brush, I'm gonna go ahead and just take away whatever I had on my nose. Oh, I really like the way this looks so far. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this Morphe M510 brush, and I'm gonna contour a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to, what am I gonna use? I'm gonna just go ahead and use that last one that we used, the Cafe con Leche from the light palette. I'm just gonna go ahead and use that one. Oh, it does look good as my contour. which is good. I'm just gonna do a little contour, not like a lot. And then what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna grab another brush. I'm gonna grab this brush from Profusion. Yeah, it's from Profusion. It's like from a set that I got. The name has worn off. I'm just gonna take that same shade. Where is it at? Oh, I almost dug my brush into the wrong one. The Cafe con Leche. And I'm gonna contour a little bit my nose. Just a little bit. Then I'm gonna take that dual fiber brush and just blend that out. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get my foundation brush and just lightly tap it so that way there's no harsh lines. I can't really tell because my lights are really bright, but I could see it. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and work on my bottom eyelash. Oh no, I'm not. I'm gonna finish the face. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna try this Neutrogena Cheek Wink Flush Blush. This is in the shade First Crush, I believe. It just looks like that. It kind of has like a satin sheen to it. It's really pretty color. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take my blush brush. I don't know where my other one's at. I'll use this one. This is the Sigma Large Angle Contour F40 brush. I like this for blush. I'm gonna go ahead and just and I like to put it up here a little bit just because I feel like it makes it look more cuter and more sexier. And I do like a lot of blush. Blush is like the first thing to come off your face, so that's why I don't mind putting a lot, but look at how pretty that is. I love it. It's such a pretty color. And it's like one of those, this reminds me of the what is it, the MAC, you know, the ones that have like the cushion bounds. Oh yeah, you can see it has like, that's my finger. It reminds me of that a lot. But I feel like this one's a little bit more pigmented than the MAC. Oh my god, that is so pretty. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just put just a little bit on my nose. I didn't do this before, but I used to see people put it on and it just gives them a really pretty color on their nose like that. And then I'll just go ahead and tap it a little bit, just like that. Okay. Then what I'm gonna do is, let's see, I'm gonna use these eyelashes. They are the 3D Faux Mink Pro Beauty Essential Wispies. I'm just gonna go ahead and pop these on after the video, but I just want to show you which ones I'm gonna use. Now let's see, what are we gonna do next? We'll go ahead and finish the lower lashes. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is, where is my makeup brush cleaner? I'm just gonna clean my brush real quick. This is the, what is this? The Lexi 221 flat definer brush. Just gonna barely tap in my brush and just clean it off a little bit. I use the Cinema Secrets brush cleaner, and that thing is freaking amazing. I love it so much. Like, I think I showed you the brush right now when it was dirty. Now look at how clean it is, and it's dried already. Like, that's how good this stuff is. I love it. And a little bit does go a long way with the Cinema Secrets. The only thing is that when you try to put it in another container, it does get messy. So just keep warned about that. So let me see, what am I gonna do for the lower lash line? I think I'm gonna stay away from this Alamar palette for now. And I'm gonna go ahead and get that Makeup Geek quad that I used for the shimmers. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take this shade right there. And I'm just gonna mix it with the darker shade. Tap off the excess and push it up against my eyelashes. Actually, I'm going to use more of the darker color because the lighter color is not showing. Then I'm gonna get a pencil brush. I'm gonna use this e.l.f. one, and I'm just going to take the lighter shades in that palette, in that quad, and just smoke it out. Just so that way the lines aren't so Then I'm gonna do the other side. I'm just gonna use both, and mainly the darker color because that's what I did with this eye. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same thing to the other eye. And I do have long eyelashes, so that's why like it's hard to get right against that eyelash. Okay, then I'm gonna get the pencil brush. That looks nice. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just use I got these, what are these? The Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencils during the Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty sale. I got it in the shade Demolition and Perversion, which is a black and a brown. I'm gonna go ahead and just stick to the black. I didn't want to use black, but I'll go ahead and just use it for the sake of this video. I got a brown because I've heard a lot of good things about these Urban Decay pencils, and I've never used them before, so that's why I decided just to go ahead and pick one up. And I do have really watery eyelids. I'm trying to cover my face. I don't want you to see the ugly faces I make. So usually whatever eyeliner I use tends to like run down my eyes because, like I said, I have really watery eyelids. Okay. And then I kind of messed up, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take that pencil brush and smoke it out a little bit. I'm just gonna leave it like that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put on some mascara. I'm gonna use this Bad Gal Bang mascara from Benefit. I have tried this once, but I wasn't too thrilled about it. So this is the newest one in my collection as far as mascara, so that's why I decided to use it today. I'll just throw a little bit on my lower lash line. I'm probably gonna skip on eyelashes today just because I'm taking longer than I wanted. So for today, I'll use, well, depending on what time it is, because I don't even know what time it is.
What do you remember about stepping on this wheel for the first time?
It actually came out pretty good. Let me see what else. Oh, highlighter. So I have a couple loose highlighters from Anastasia. I have one in the shade Vegas and So Hollywood. Vegas is a little bit lighter, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put on that. Actually, first what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use I don't know what I want to do. Yeah, actually I'll use Vegas because So Hollywood is a little bit more darker. So I'm gonna also pop that in my brow bone, and maybe a little bit in the inner corner. And two, I forgot to mention, I don't know if I mentioned it actually, just in case if I didn't, check the description box because I will let you know in the description box if it was transfer proof and how it held up tonight. So always check that out. Oh, my nails are so freaking long that it's hard. And I don't want to get highlighter all over the place. Ah, like that. Shoot. Darn it. Ay, ay, ay. This is what I was afraid of. Okay, so since I just made a freaking mess, I probably shouldn't have did that. Actually, the whole cap came out. That's why I was like, gosh darn it. Actually, no, I'm not gonna use that. I'm just gonna stick to my milk. This is in the shade Ice. It's the Flex highlighter. I'm just gonna use this one just because. Fudge, this might be too gold. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and just do the one that I was originally gonna use since it just went everywhere. have to blend that. What am I gonna use to blend? You can't tell on camera, but that brow bone highlight is intense. I'm just gonna kind of do this. Okay, that looks better. Oh my god, it's so hot in here. Sorry guys. We're almost done.
I just remember they had like 3 different makeup artists putting dirt and making all this out and making probably all the different colors mixed together to look like dirt kind of thing. And they were suffering.
Okay, where's that brush I was using? Just slightly go over it. Yeah, that's good. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to get my highlighter brush. I'm going to spritz it a little bit. Oh man, this is a little bit too gold for what I wanted. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna switch it out. Not right now, but I'll switch it out in a little bit. I'll put like probably my, what is it called? Jaclyn Hill one, just because that one is lighter. So I'll throw that on top of it. But for now, for the sake of the video, I'll just use what I have. Oh my god, this is everywhere. I'm gonna have to clean up after I'm done with this video. Throw some in the runner. And then doesn't look too bad once I blended it out, but I'm still gonna throw that Jaclyn Hill on top of it. Then I clean my lips because we're gonna put lipstick on right now. What else am I forgetting? Oh yeah, I'm gonna do my eyebrows real quick. I am gonna try out, where is this? Well, I've used it before. I wasn't a fan of it that much, but we're gonna use it today if I could find it. Where is it? Oh, it's way over here, no wonder. I'm going to just had my brush for my eyebrows and then I lost it. I'm gonna comb out my eyebrows real quick, and I just throw on what is this called? I use a brow gel. Like, that's all I use for my brows. I usually use the NYX one, but I'm gonna try out this Revolution one. I have tried it once and it isn't my favorite just because the bristles are smaller and I like it a little bit more bigger. As you can tell, I don't know if you can tell, yeah, it's like super small, so that's the only reason why I don't like this one. But I like the color, so But that's really all oops, I put too much on this side. That's really all I do to my eyebrows is just throw some brow gel and then I'm good to go. Especially because I need to get my eyebrows done, so I don't do too much to them just for that reason. Then I'm just gonna go ahead and spoolie through them real quick.
Well, what do you learn about stepping foot on the field for the first time?
And that's it for that. So that's what the makeup is looking like right now. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do my lips. I'm going to, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna use this lip liner from NYX. It's a Slide On Glide On. This one's so long. Slide On Glide On, always a turn on, waterproof, extra colored lip liner. This lip liner is so good, the name had to be this long. No, it didn't. This is in the shade Nude Suede Shoes. I'm gonna go ahead and just line my lips with this. Kind of fill them in a little bit. This is lighter than what I wanted, but we're gonna go over it anyways with another lipstick. So then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put on this Revolution Pro lipstick in the shade Cashmere right on top. Kind of messed up my lips, but that's okay. Let me line them again. This little part that I messed up. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put on one of these lip glosses from Alamar Cosmetics. What shades do I have? I have them in the shade Las Dulces Nudes Chula and Las Dulces Nude as Dulce. So let me see. I want to see what they look like. Ooh, this one's a little bit too peachy for what I'm going for. Ooh, they're both. Okay, so I'm gonna use this one then. I'm gonna go ahead and put on, actually no, I'm not gonna use it because I don't feel like this goes with the color of my lips. Yeah, we'll just use it. I'm gonna go ahead and put on Dulce. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it like in the center. Actually all over side. Because it looks more lighter in the tube than it does in person. Than it does on the lips, I mean. That looks really pretty. So yeah, that's what that looks like. Oh, one more thing I almost forgot. I'm gonna go ahead and put on this all night microfine setting mist up to 16-hour wear from ELF. This is new. I'm just gonna go ahead and, does it say to shake? I'm just gonna shake this just in case. I actually really like the way this makeup look came out. Good job, April. Let's see. If I could open it. Good thing I have scissors. Okay, let's able to open it. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and spray some of this. Actually, first let me spray to see. Okay, get it started. It is really fine, but it does smell really good. Oh, it left like little dots on my face. Gosh darn it. I hate when sprays do that. I'm just gonna go over it with my foundation brush. The one from, what is it, from Morphe, the matte setting spray, does the same freaking thing, and the formula is so thick. I'm not a fan of that one, but I'm just gonna go ahead and press it, and yeah, that looks good like that. So, oops, I think I moved you guys again. This is the final look. Did it leave? Yeah, it still left like little marks on my head, even though I put those toilet paper in, but that's okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it like this. But yeah, so this is the final look. I'm just gonna add some eyelashes and put a little bit of a lighter highlight just in the center, just so that way it doesn't look too gold. But this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it wasn't too long for you guys. Just let me know if these videos are too long. This is why I kind of don't do get readies with me, stuff like this, just because I feel like it is long. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe and let me know in the comments down below whatever you want to tell me. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.